The pangs of rifles and cannons echoes through the foggy battlefield, while the stench of death and pain fills the trenches where the English and Germans reside. While this atrocity was undertaken, the United States of America was safely across the Atlantic Ocean, enjoying the luxuries of life. World War I began in 1914 and lasted until 1918. America did not join World War I until 1917. It was completely necessary for the United States of America to join World War I because even though Wilson wanted peace, the Germans used unrestricted submarine warfare, and England and France could not do it alone. While Germany was hounding upon Russia, France, and England, Wilson just wanted the fighting to stop. Wilson did not take sides at all towards the beginning of the war. He made it so America openly traded with both sides of the war. So they traded to England, France, and Russia, and they also traded to Germany. And even when tension rose from Germany, he still traded to both sides. Wilson also showed that he wanted peace through trying to mediate peace on December 18, 1916. Wilson asked both sides what it would take for them to just lay down their weapons and stop the fighting once and for all. Now, both sides would not be bought out, though, and both sides said, "We're going to fight to achieve our cause." Now, even though Wilson really wanted peace, he had to do something when the United States of America began to get agitated when the Germans initiated their unrestricted submarine warfare. So unrestricted submarine warfare was pretty much that they would blow up any ship that was in the British war zone around, England. And so this was the ocean around England, and they blew up without warning any ship that passed through. And the problem was we had private American vessels that passed through. The first of these cases was the William P. Fry, which was a private American vessel. The Germans blew this up without any warning at all, and America brushed it off simply because the Germans called it an accident. The next case was the Lusitania. This was a British ocean liner which was passing through simply for trade and did not show any signs of hostility or threat at all, and the Germans blew it up without any warning, killing 128 Americans. At this point, the United States of America was beginning to get slightly agitated. The next case was an Italian ocean liner which was passing through for trade. The Germans sunk it without any warning at all and killed 27 American citizens. Now, even though we had a few United States citizens die on vessels through this unrestricted submarine warfare, there were many, many more human beings who died on the English and French side while Germany was hounding upon them. And the worst part was that they couldn't do it alone. England and France were left alone after Russia exited the war. You see, when the war began, Germany was in the middle, and England and France were on the western front, and Russia was on the eastern front. So Germany had to split up their troops 50-50. Now, once Russia exited the war in 1917, Germany transitioned all of their troops over to the western front, and so now they had full power going against England and France. They also used new infiltration tactics and pushed 60 miles through the defense of the English and the French. While this may not sound like that much, this was the biggest move in either side since the beginning of the war in 1914. Yeah. So Germany was pushing towards Paris. And while Germany was pushing towards Paris, the United States of America decided to join World War I. And this was completely necessary. Even though Wilson wanted the fighting to stop, we had to join because the Germans initiated their unrestricted submarine warfare and severely agitated American citizens, and also England and France could not do it alone. Thousands of our United States brothers died during World War I, but it was completely necessary because if we hadn't joined World War I and Germany had beaten England and France, they would have become an absolute superpower. and most likely would have came after us next. So the real question is, would we still be here today if we didn't join the war? Thank you.
Looks better.